Hey, hi. Close
Hi.
the door, please. Hi, Chanelle. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Let me put my face
Good.
on.
Huh?
I'm just putting my face on, don't mind me. Oh, there we
You know,
are.
how do you do the filter? What the hell did you just do?
See the face with a plus on it?
The face with the what?
Plus. The round face with a plus.
Yeah.
Press that.
It makes you do filters.
Aha!
Huh?
Come on.
Girl, I didn't know. You don't even need one. You don't need a filter. You're beautiful
Oh,
without
thank you,
makeup. I've
Tiffany.
seen it.
Wow.
And you're
Oh,
so
thank you.
creative with your hair as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love to do
Your
stuff in my.
hair. You know what? Can I just say, confess something right now?
Go on.
I remember who you are. When
You
I was
do?
researching, I'm like, am I dickhead? Am I stupid? This is Chanelle Hall.
Yeah.
And I remember because I was like, wait a minute, I've seen you perform once with Tasharel. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I've seen this woman before. Like, I didn't know it was you that had Twerkologynation and all of that. That's
Yeah.
amazing, man.
Oh,
I was
thank
like,
you.
what? I got
Thank you
the
so much.
sky. Baby, I
Hey.
got the sky. Hey, I know the tunes. Yeah,
You
I
know
love
my
it.
song.
I play that loud. Trust me, I love your music. I love it. It's amazing, and your style is beautiful, man. So I just wanted to find out a bit more about Twerkology Nation and yourself as well.
Hmm.
And that filter is lit, boy. Just tell me a bit about who you are.
Well, I am Chanelle Hall,
Yeah.
singer-songwriter from London town, um, performer, dancer. Don't mind me just getting my tripod together.
It's all right. Okay.
And yeah, so oh, I just done a screenshot for some reason. Don't mind.
Is that screenshot of me and you? Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, I
everyone.
just did a screenshot, but
I
yeah,
should have posed.
because I'm putting it on the tripod. You'll be there in a minute. Hold on.
It's all
No,
right,
it's
man.
in my head. All right, that's better. And
Yeah.
then bring it down a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see your
Thank
whole
you.
beautiful
My
face.
friend's is here helping me set up.
Yeah. Hi, friend. Thank you.
Marissa, she's here. You'll see her about. Honestly, she's
Yeah.
about business too. You guys need to hook up.
Yeah, definitely. I
Um,
would love to. Let her know I would love to.
yeah. All
Yeah. She
right,
said,
back to the question at hand. So
yeah, who
yeah,
are you?
I'm a singer-songwriter. Obviously I own Twerkologynation. I've had this for 2016. I started this Twerkologynation. I've been
Oh,
singing for 16, 17 years now. So a long time singing. Um,
wow.
yeah, and I'm also a dancer. So
Did you
I've
start dancing before you started Twerkology?
yeah, I was more of like commercial dancer, I'd say.
Um,
But twerk was my thing. Like I love dancing, I love dance hall, old school dance hall. Yeah.
where can we see you dancing? Because I couldn't.
Oh, because it's on my Miss Twerkology page. I took everything off this page. But
Yeah, you
yeah.
took everything off this page. It's like you revamped it.
Yeah, I'm basically revamping at the moment. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking
Are
right
you just
now.
post it? It's like it feels like you're posting women that are part of your team.
Well, I post women that I like support.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to post women in my team. So basically, when I started in 2016, I started off my own classes. I had a
Mm.
class in London Dance Academy, and I had a class in bass, and I did do a little bit with Naomi Keisha.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I used to cover her twerk class in her gym.
Oh,
Yeah,
in Southwark.
yeah.
I worked there with her.
Oh, is
Wow.
it?
Yeah, I never saw you. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, in
Small
2016,
world.
I did
Nice.
it for a few months. So I covered her class, fitness in Bankside, and then
Yeah, we did.
I was trying to get into actually be an instructor with Brooklyn. Brooklyn's someone you should speak to as well. With her fitness, because she was the first one to do the twerk fitness in London. So I wanted to be a part of her
Is
team.
it?
Yeah.
When did you start doing that?
She did that 2012. Like she's done it for years. It
Wow.
was Tone and Twerk. That's what it was called. So her one was the first one in UK, and she did wireless. She did loads of different things. She had loads of instructors. She was in gym box. So it inspired me. I wanted to do that, but on the side.
Yeah.
So I tried to get an audition, but I don't know why it didn't work out. Like I didn't get to the audition on time, or get in on time with
Mm.
the late with them. So I started up my own class with London Dance Academy. I auditioned with them in 2016, and then they liked me, so took me on. And at the time, I was just supposed to be covering Kelechi. Kelechi had a class there. And then they offered me my own class because it was like, they really liked it. They really enjoyed my style of teaching because it was more about technique and a combination with the fitness and a combination of the women empowerment, because I was more advocating for women that had been through abuse, women that had confidence issues. That was more my stance on why I started teaching it and why I brought my class together. So I used to really plan out how I would deliver my class to cover those things. So it was,
wow.
intentional, yeah.
So when you say abuse, what do you mean?
So like, obviously with the sensuality of twerk or dancehall or mixing, I don't, that's why I call myself twerkology, because I don't like what twerk became back then. It was very different. So I was like bringing it back to its foundation and back to its roots. So that's why
and the fact that you called it, sorry, but the fact that you called it twerkology, it gives it different levels of what twerk is. You know what I mean? It gives very different levels, and the style of twerk that you show on your page, it's not skanky. It's not the one that people look at and think like, oh, what's she doing? Like, no,
exactly.
It's not that. It's like, it shows, it looks professional. It looks like these women live and breathe this shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they do.
It's really good. Yeah.
So when I started off with that, I was like, it doesn't need to look trashy. It doesn't need to look in a certain type of way. It doesn't need to have this vulgar attachment towards it that it had, because people were trying to make it like that. So I was like, let me bring it back to its roots. I had the beads around my waist, you know, like I had my own little style.
Yeah. Say that. I can't hear you. Okay, go on. Sorry.
So can you hear me now? So
yeah,
my phone just rang. But I was just trying to say it was more that I wanted to bring it to its traditional roots in terms of embracing the Southern American style, because that wasn't embraced in Europe. That style.
But excuse me, that's where it's from. So what's going on here? Well, no one else. I'll get offended, you know. I might say things you won't say, but when it comes to twerk here, that belongs to us, innit? It belongs to us. So people, you need to know and get it right. But go on.
Well, can you imagine going to places and they're going to show you a video of a white girl dancing twerk and say, can you do this? And you're like, no, I can't do that because I don't know what that is.
And but she's not doing it.
I can give you an example of Miss Twerksome, and that's what I can teach. I can teach that style, but this style with the weird trap music, I don't know what that is. I just don't have no, I don't know what it is. I've never seen it.
Yeah. I know. Give them a drum and see if they can twerk to that. Give them a drum, because that's what we used to twerk to.
I was like, they're offbeat, they're off rhythm, like no shade, but it wasn't what I know, because it was all about your technique moving to rhythm. So all of this stuff I saw, the acrobatics and all the madness, it's like you're fusing dancehall queen style, you're fusing this you're fusing that, taking bits of our cultures and then repackaging it as and calling it twerk, and that's not what twerk is. So I was like,
and there is some good white twerkers out there. I've seen some really good white twerkers out there, but it's not in you, it's not in the chest. Do you know what I mean? You're really good at it, but it's not organic, and you can see that straight away. It's not organic. It's not in your blood.
Yeah. And another thing is well, it's not a shade to any white person.
Yeah.
You've learned it from a black girl.
You did, yeah.
They're not trying to do in this industry is to say that. Where they learned it from. Where? What black girl? Who? So that was my whole thing, was like, okay, great. Yeah, I've started my business. Yeah, great. I'm getting my workshops. Yeah, great. But I can't be the only one. And then it will be like, all right, we'll get the other black girl and the other black girl and put you here, and then we'll profit off of you. And I'm like, no. That's not.
Why is it like, why you focus on the fact that she's black? Like, and she's got to be here and she's got to be there. Why can't you just? I don't understand why they got to structure it so much. It sounds racist.
That's what colonialism and capitalism does, because they don't look at it like how, they don't investigate how is it introduced in our culture, because in our culture we're not thinking about capitalism. We're just dancing. We're vibing. We're learning. It's a social thing. It's not a thing where we're thinking, oh, let me put together a business now and now repackage my culture and sell it to people. We don't teach other black people how to dance because we all learn how to dance. So that's where white people came in and thought, oh, Miley Cyrus has made it cool. All of
Miley
a sudden,
Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus has come, so let me come now and copy that trend.
Oh yeah, that's when it started. They started to come out from the woodworks, isn't it?
Exactly,
when oh my God, I didn't realize until now it's true. I don't remember seeing any white twerkers before Miley Cyrus did that.
So Miley Cyrus opened it up with the hip hop thing, and then it's like, okay, you've seen Twerk Team do it, but Twerk Team already had that whole women empowerment thing going on. They had their twerk every week. You come and check in with them on YouTube. They had this, they were doing that, they were doing their things and their bits. So I used to challenge these European twerk things, like these fitness brands and all that. Why these people, like the people that propped against, like, why are you not bringing these black girls from America who started the whole wave on the internet to be your face, like your advocate, or where you understand it, you learn from? Why are you now stealing like their stuff, and then you're cutting them out of it? Like, you'll say in behind the scenes, you'll say, yeah, I was inspired by Twerk Team, I was inspired by this American girl, I was inspired, but the forefront of it, you whiten it up, you make it corporate looking, and then you try and repackage it as fitness. But
yes, Tom. Tom's right. The guy's here saying it was such an overreaction.
It was. And then I literally had people in my thing when I'm trying to educate people say, oh no, it's Russian. Oh no, it's this thing. I'm like, what are you talking about?
What's Russian? What were they saying was Russian?
Twerk.
Okay. My head's like, don't get vexed. You're not vexed. It's fine. It's nothing to do with you. You're okay. But it's like, imagine if we took their Russian traditional dances and start making it our own.
That's the only way I put it to them. Like, I can't go into your culture now, take ballet
and start doing that little, you know, when they do the kicks with the legs and the arms crossed like this.
That, and I start changing things. Like I said, my example was ballet. I always use this in my lectures. I can't go to another country that maybe is not privy to all of that because they don't have access or resources to it, and say that I'm now the pioneer of ballet and I'm the big, because I started a business of ballet, which isn't my culture. And then because my body shape, like black people have flat feet, I'd now change it from point to flex feet. Everything's flex now. And yeah, and anyone that's from their culture that says, why are you flexing your feet? That's not ballet. Oh, well, this is what we do now.
Yeah, this is a new ballet.
This is a new thing. This is what I call it, something else. And
yeah,
I can't disrespect that. So why is it that, why do they come into black culture now and change it up? And if someone challenges that, or a black person actually does it, it's not correct or it's not accurate.
Yeah, so, or like you said with your interview with Nana, like they bullied you, like they actually harassed you. You know what I mean? They got your number from somewhere, because I know you didn't give them your number. And they harassed you, all of her team, everyone. And that's bullying. That's racism. Do you know what I mean? I wish you had the support then when that was happening. I wish you had more support.
Well, it's ongoing. It's not just myself. Like, I'm the one that's outspoken. But there's other black women that are going through the same things in similar situations in different European countries, doing the same things. You know, like you just like you, personal training, you've got a group of people together and you're not even thinking of it to be anything more than what that was. The white person's watching your thing thinking, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but why, let me ask you this, why do people post, like I see online, sometimes they post a white person doing what we do online and it's got bare likes and followers and what, but it's like, when they see them doing what we can do, that person's more popular than someone who's been doing it like you. Because there was this white boy that was dancing in Carnival. Do you remember him? The skinny white boy?
Yeah, the white guy, the whining guy, yeah.
And yeah, you're good, babe. Well done. Because somewhere in your bloodline, there was an African, okay? Yeah. So that's why. And it's passed down to you. Well done. You're really good. But why are you getting onto TV shows for that? When there's people that have been doing this for so long, and just because you're white, you got on the show. That's the reason why, because you're white and you can do something that a black person does. And that really upset me and my sister, Vibes FitNatixs. She follows you, she loves your stuff. But she was really upset.
Vibes FitNatixs. is your
Yeah.
sister?
Yeah, my little baby sister.
Tanika is your sister?
Yeah, we work together. We're not blood
Oh,
sister, but she's my sister.
okay,
Do you know what I
okay.
mean?
I wonder about the
Yeah.
phonetics. Okay,
That's
okay.
my
Yeah,
that's my that's my business partner, and yeah, she
okay.
loves you too, man. She loves you too, and she was like, he said to me about it's not fair because she auditioned for something that he auditioned on, and he got through, and it's like, why? She's been doing this for years. She teaches people do it. She does workshops and do it. This guy's just been dancing in, is it in bass studio or whatever, and because you're white and skinny and can whine, you're popular. That ain't fair.
It's
You know
not
what I
fair.
mean? It's
And
not.
that's the thing. And it's demotivating because, Marissa, can I get my charger? Sorry.
Yeah.
Your charger, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Because my phone's just... But it's not fair because just think of the amount of work you put into build. It's not easy building your brand from scratch. It's not easy getting the support, especially when people are gonna. I say it straight in my thing. When a black girl does something like this, you're already gonna get the shame. You're already gonna get, you know, you're not gonna be rated the same. People are gonna start shaming you. Gonna call you, you know, a slag, or you know, you're this or that, or you ain't got no respect for yourself, and all of this kind of thing. So you're up against those types of things before you even put yourself out there to move up, like go on to an audition or whatever. You don't have that same support. But if a white person does it, it's praise, it's celebrate, and they know this.
Yeah, it's like if a white person had a Jamaican food shop. You know what I mean? They would get customers because, wow, they're white and they cook like black people. Look.
Look at Twerk
We need to start talking. We need to start talking about, I don't know, something needs to happen where we need to stand up, man, because it belongs to us.
Yeah.
Do you know what
but
I mean?
The thing is, people are afraid.
Yeah, we need to do a march or something, boy. I'll be there, you know?
I'm very pro-black. I'm unapologetic about it because at the time when I first started speaking up about this injustice, it was more of a coming of offense. So let me educate and reach out to white people and make them aware. But when I did that, made any criticism, it didn't go down the way like, oh, we want to have a conversation. It was like, you're a bully, you're a hater, you're a this, you're a that, you're a this, you're a that, you're a this.
Is that when you were doing the lectures?
So basically, the reason why I went to Finland in the first place, I got invited, is because the white girls were sick and tired of their white girl, Twerk or whatever, always bringing in international white girls. They're just tired of that. They want to know what it is. They want to understand the culture. They just want real education.
Wow.
Just like the dance hall, because the dance hall over in Finland is massive. So they have the Jamaican dance hall dancers come there. So they have actual reference to the roots. They go straight to Jamaica and they get those people and they pay them, they teach them, they will pay, they will understand. That's one thing about them. But the thing about it is when it's going to disrupt or threaten someone's business, like potentially threaten someone's business, yeah, they're not going to have the black girl that's been in Finland. There's a black girl that was there before, way before, winning championships for Finland and doing that, but there's no publicity.
That girl you're talking about lived in Finland, yeah?
Yeah.
And because she's black, she weren't getting as much.
No.
I never heard of her. That's not right.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to tell people there is.
There was a dancehall black girl in Finland.
She won. Yeah, she won her Jamaica. See, this is what happened. The white girls, when I went there, that they're not on this bullshit. That's the thing, that they want to try and make this narrative, but it's a hate thing. The white girls educated me and told me, look, the first person was Belinda. Belinda won. She was a dancehall dancer, and she was also twerk. She won the first twerk competition that ever held in Finland. First one. She judged the second one, and then they made it bigger into a championship. So it was called two different names. So this is where the white people try and make it like, oh, but I'm the first. But no, you weren't the first. They made it into a different name. And then my white girl that got big, she won the second one. And Belinda judged that one, and she won. That's not anywhere.
Yeah.
When you read their articles, it's just my girl, my girl, my girl, my girl. So I was like, why is that? Why wouldn't you celebrate?
I know why.
Why wouldn't you tell the story as a
Miss, I know why.
Go on.
It's fucking racist, man. That's why. That's all it is. You're haters. They're haters. the racist,
And I'm not
and
going to
then
go into, because I had a conversation
yeah,
with Belinda. I actually spoke to Belinda, and I actually
yeah,
found out what happened or really
yeah,
happened. So what happened to me is not a coincidence, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And,
no,
I'm not the only one. So what's
yeah,
happening now is that these European people that done fucked up shit, that's fucked up black businesses, is they're going over to America now and
you
coaching
see what's
American
going over
people
there.
that
You
don't
never come and
know,
play, you know.
they don't
America,
know what's going on here. They think
yeah,
they're clever, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. I hope people from America see this boy, so they're just prepared
well,
because
I spoke to
they're
them
gonna
and
go and
they don't get it. I've spoken to them
yeah,
and they don't get it. They don't get it. They don't understand. I don't think the racism over here is the same as the racism over there. So they don't understand
mm,
the plays. They don't understand the mind games and all of that until they
yeah,
experience it for themselves. So
yeah.
that's what they're doing now.
They're gonna have to experience it for themselves, man. So
So
what's Twerkology's like aim? What's their motto? What's their aim?
So Twerkology is like Twerkologynation is Twerkology. We are a nation,
Yes,
because I want to bring back those resources. So when I had gone through all of that stuff, it really demotivated me. Like, it made me very tired.
I'm
So I said, you
sorry.
know what? Instead of closing down my whole page and stuff while I take my break, I just started promoting what it was with all the other black people that have been doing it, because what you'd think is in Europe or whatever, there is no black people that's doing it. But they are.
Yeah,
People that I
yeah,
post
they
on
are.
my page, they're all around Europe. They're
Yeah,
all around Europe doing the same thing, and you would never think that's.
yeah. That's.
You
I'm
think
glad
that,
that we got you. Then I'm
yeah,
glad that we got that page because we would never have known.
yeah, and that's how they want it. That's what I'm going to say. When it happens to when you want to move up and elevate in this field where they've already created for themselves, where it's like you don't want to be the token. You want it to be like genuine, like business, or genuine, like for the culture. You don't want to feel away, and a lot of black women in those countries don't want to be a part of it because they already have, like, just imagine London 20 years ago, like they're there, like, so they experience racism on a daily basis. So now to then go ahead and try and do business on top of that, why would you try and insert yourself into a white space with where you're obviously not welcomed, even if they're
Yeah,
taking our stuff? Why would you insert yourself into that and try and challenge that with the daily challenges as well? You're not going to do that. You're going to just do your own little class on the side somewhere and away from it, all of that, because they're like, well, whatever. I spoke to the black girls in Finland, Helsinki. They're like, I don't want to get involved in that. Nah,
yeah,
it's not our culture. It's not what we do. We don't have competitions like this in our culture. It's not like that. And then there's
yeah,
many different cultures that use their waist, you know, like dance hall, you got soca, you got all the different things. We're not going to now patch them all together and flow them as one, because they all have different
yeah. They're
meanings.
all different genres. They're all different.
Exactly. So you're not. So that's what they're trying to do: repackage it and sell it to people. And I'm not with that, because
I'm not with that.
it takes away all those black women that have been doing it in their little community spaces.
From birth.
Yeah,
I've been twerking since I was 3 because it's natural. Do you know what I mean? It's natural for us to dance. So,
but you're not, when you're free or when you're in your element. Before, let's just say, before we've seen it as a business model like this, we're not thinking in our culture. We don't think, it's not in our part of our culture to sell these things on. It's sacred. It's not in our culture to sell these types of dances to people, because there's a deeper meaning towards them. And even in some black cultures now, they don't want no white person knowing what that is, and they don't teach it to nobody else. They keep it. You got to go to a specific place to learn that stuff. It's not commercial, and that's for a reason. It's a reason why they don't have it in books. It's a reason. There's a reason. Our ancestors knew what happened. They understood what the whole play was, and it's not for us to now drag that up and try and dig it up and repackage it and sell it to people when they're already done. They're not even trying to write what's done to us already. Why are we now going to show them the more? Like, how much more can they take from black people? Like, how many more things you need? You want to take our food? You want to take this and repackage it as this, and take this and take that?
no. I'm thinking we need to, and the thing is, we can't show, there's things that we still have that we could give to them as well, but now we just don't want to share.
Yeah.
We don't want to share now.
I don't want to give everything.
That's
why I took everything off my page. I was like, do you know what's happening? Is that they're going through my page, they will scroll down, save my things, and then sell it to people. I'm just sharing it because I think it's amazing and I want everyone to educate themselves. But
how does that make you feel?
That's why I took it all off, because I feel like, well, I want to share, I want people to know, but then there's this politics with these white individuals that feel like their businesses are now threatened because they're not doing the right things, that use my page as a way to find these dancers, to contact.
Yeah, to find
if
moves.
I didn't post these dancers, none of these white people would have known who they were.
They wouldn't know how to contact them. They would have to be searching. Because you're like the what you are, you're like the what do you call it? You're Twerkologynation. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Exactly. So if you want to know anything or see anything about twerk that's organic and real, you have to go to your page.
Exactly.
So even I would do research on it if I was a white girl, because it's that good.
If you went on that, and then it's fine to do your research.
Well, I would have been vexed because you just deleted so much, so then now I've got no information. Like, oh my god, I need something to copy. Do you know what I mean? But it's good that you've done that.
No, I had to, because to protect our culture, I had to make that decision. It's a hard one, but
so are you gonna be posting just black twerkers now?
Obviously, of course, I've always been that way. Ever since that whole blackface incident in Russia, it made me more conscious about who I post on my page and why. Like I'm not saying I don't fuck with white people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
I know.
There's certain ones that I don't know their history in their countries, or what they've done, or how they got to where they are. Because in that whole era, when it opened it up, I got messages from a lot of black women around Europe, and they started to share about everything that these white women were doing to them.
Wow, man.
I would never have known.
Yeah, if you didn't speak up. If you didn't speak up, you wouldn't have known.
I would never have known that. So I was like, oh, so she's done that to that black girl. Oh, she's done that to that black girl. Another one's done that. It's not just one person. There's loads of them. And because they've got black boyfriends or they're black friends, they use that. Oh, I'm not racist. My black friends. Oh, I'm not racist. I've got a black kid. They do all of these weird things. So,
but they need black kids to survive. Didn't you know? That's why they're doing that, because they need to survive. It's going to get hard soon.
It's like,
I'm sorry.
It's just a thing where, you know, black is the strong gene. So it's like, at the end of the day, I'm never going to use my kid as a mascot to promote my business. That's not in my mind. But in these people, they do fucked up shit. There's loads of these white women that have done fucked up things to black children as well. So for me, if they want to call me a hater or a bully or whatever the case, I will stand up and speak up, because what they're doing is wrong. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to promote and advocate because I'm doing a community for twerk or whatever dance or whatever dance, and you're in the background doing all of that fucked up stuff, and no one. What's
that noise? I can hear a noise in the background. Is that? Is
it my wash machine maybe?
Oh, okay, I don't know. It just sound like.
Oh, sorry, it was my friend. Sorry. Sorry about that.
It's alright.
But yeah, so it's a thing where, like I said, it's not a thing where I hate white people. It's nothing like that. But ever since that event, it opened up a lot of conversations I've had behind the scenes.
Yeah,
you've never said women, and I'm like, I don't know about.
You've never said anything negative about white women ever. If anything you said, it's just telling your truth, innit? What you've experienced.
They're like, they're tanning up their skin, looking the same color as me. Like, what the hell? Where does it stop?
It's true.
I feel so embarrassed when I hear that. What's that say?
What did they say? I feel so embarrassed when I hear that. Sorry for all of that. The good things, not all white girls do these bad things. That's true, Claudia. We know that are two babes as well, you know? But there's some girls, but it's very potent, Claudia. What has happened is very potent, and it's very clear, and that's all we're talking about. But there are amazing white women out there who are not stealing from the culture, but they love it organically as well. And I've known women like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like I said, the ones that were calling out these white girls were white women. It weren't just black women weren't doing it. It was white women. It's like, hey, what are you doing? It's got nothing to do with them hating or whatever, like, but when you literally, you were racist. And the thing is, for me, it's triggering keeping some of these things up, because I'm thinking I'm educating people. So to warn them, be careful, be careful, be careful. Because what's going to happen now, I'm telling you, mark my words, what's going to happen now with these American dancers that they don't know getting themselves into, is that they're going to go to Europe and all these places with these people, teach their stuff, and they're going to steal it, repackage it as a course or whatever it is, and they're going to cut them out of it.
Yes.
And not going to be able to do nothing
and then
about it.
that dancer's going to see it online and think, what the fuck? And then reach out to you.
And
That's
then by then it's too late. I already tried to warn you.
We tried to warn you, yeah. Yeah, man.
They try to do the same thing with me, so I know. So I'm saying, just protect yourself. If you're gonna move smart in them spaces, move very smart. Protect your brand, move like a business. Move, like, protect, just copyright your stuff. Do everything you need to do before you go there. Because what they do, a lot of these white women or these black women have told me, is that I've gone there innocently. I've done a private class with them. I've taught them how and then they've got a whole class using my class, and they cut me out. I don't get not a penny. So is it really worth it? Is that 1,000 euros or 1,000 or 2,000 euros really worth it in the long grand scheme of thing? Because if I've got a whole class, that's foundation of your class, and I don't even give you a percentage of that, then how is that a community? That is capitalism.
Yes, it is. It is. The way that you've explained it, that is definitely capitalism. It's not.
That's what's been happening with a lot of these twerkers. They get demotivated. The black girls get demotivated, and they start something else and leave it, and then there's no follow up, and that's what's been happening over and over again. So that's why I have my page, to try and keep that, but then at the same time, it's a way for the white people to be ahead of us in another way too. So
I wonder what it is that we have that they want so bad sometimes.
Just the melanin.
Seasoning? I'm joking. But
the melanin.
I don't know what it is, but we don't feel that way about them. And it's not to do with slavery or nothing that happened. It's just naturally we just don't feel like to take what you have and make it our own. We don't.
It's a thing where I feel there's appropriation and there's appreciation, and there's a thin line in between both. And I feel as though, you know, in their culture, they're put down a lot. White women are put down a lot in their cultures. They're not really celebrated the same way as a black woman is with a black man, traditionally speaking.
Yeah, so, which is not nice.
Which isn't nice. So when they get access to our cultures now and see how we're celebrated as women and how we're so strong and so feminine, and we really embrace our sensuality and we're not hidden from all of that, it's like a whole window of their traumas that's open. So they connect themselves with their trauma to our cultures, and then they feel like they're entitled to it. They're entitled to it. So it's like that connection is far deeper than, say, me going to, I don't know, a ballet class or something else. It's deeper for them, and then they feel like that's part of them now because they connected that to their trauma. So
that's terrible. Will you be still having workshops and lectures on this?
I have a lecture coming up on the 24th of April. It's online with the Spanish community, which is a different part of Europe. So I've hit North Europe. So it's like really nice that they still want to hear what I have to say. There's going to be like 6 other black women on the panel. So it's going to be different days. And they're all from Europe. They're all from Spain. Black women advocating for the same things.
Yeah, baby, do it.
There's no black people to them. We're going to just do what we like. No, they are there. So
I'm really proud of you, man. I feel really blessed to have met you. Like, I'm really proud because what you're doing, it's really hard, and even like you need to have support, and you've been doing it with and without it because it's something that's passionate to you, you know, and you can see that.
It's a thing where, do you know what I feel like? The way it comes from, where it's like a real passion that I would die for this. Like, do you know what I mean? For our people, because of what's happened to our ancestors. Like, it's not something I can just let slide. Do you know what I mean? And this is our identity. So, like, for example, how you feel when you're dancing, or how you feel when you're doing your fitness, how you feel when you're doing those things and you're teaching people that look like you, to feel good about themselves, that nobody can take that shit away from, like, for someone to try to take that little piece away from someone, like that really irks me in a different way.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we've already been through so much, now we're actually starting to see who we are.
Yeah, and it's made me think as well. It happens in the fitness industry because the dance and fitness industry are very similar, just a bit different. Like, I see some people doing my style of training that I used to do from like 2010. And I've seen people using my style, and I'm like, rah, shall I message her? Shall I message him? Because I'm seeing men and women doing it, but I used to complain to my family and like, look at this. Don't that look like a FitNatixs routine? Don't that look like a FitNatixs routine?
Yeah, I've been
and
watching
like,
you for years too.
you know what I mean?
On Facebook. Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of people starting to count their moves like a dance routine, like what I do. And I used to see it in the 60s, but it was more like it weren't what I'm doing. I would put advanced exercises and mix it together for 2 8 counts because I come from a dance background.
Yeah. So
when I started seeing people doing it and not atting me or letting me know that, wow, you got that from me, I know you did. I felt like I was shrinking a little bit, you know? It weren't nice. So I'm so glad that you're doing that for the dance industry, because we need someone like you to represent us, you know what I mean? And it's a hard job. It's a hard job, but you're pushing through, and I applaud you for that, because I don't know if I would have had the time. I don't know if I would have the time to like just tell people like stop stealing other people's workouts and shit. You know what I mean? I just let them do what they're doing.
I've seen it with Juke Girl. I've seen it with all these different brands, and like a lot of people say, yeah, let them copy, but the original you can't imitate. You know, there's only one Coca-Cola. You can have all this big cup. There's only one you're gonna buy. So we just gotta stand strong in our integrity in terms of what we stand for and support each other.
Yes, babes.
Yes, that's another thing for another day. But yeah, 100% support each other.
Yes.
Stop asking for discounts and support each other.
Yes, Marissa, you're right.
and also, not just supporting each other online, supporting each other in real life. You know.
Yes.
If their class is not, like I said, I'll post to people's stuff. Like, I don't care if it gets 10 likes. I want visibility on their page.
Yeah.
So I've been using my page for that. You ain't got 100 followers, fine. Anyone can message me and say, can I have a repost? I don't charge them for them. I say, yeah.
That's like me. I will interview anyone. I don't care how much fun. I don't even, you know what the thing is? When I ask people for interviews, I don't look at the followers. I look at it's the person I want to speak to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's lovely, man. But what does the dance industry need more of and less of?
More black women.
Yeah, but other than that,
it needs. I think that we as black people, we need more of knowledge in terms of safeguarding our materials. White people got that shit down. You can't go and copy a what's his name's thing. You'll get sued. We need to have that protection on our own things too. We need to be on that. I will take you to, rather than this Instagram. You know, people want to say tacky calling out thing. All right. You want to copy my thing, I'm going to sue you. And this is why I'm going to sue you, because my shit's
because that's what they did in America. America will sue you for taking their pen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's little things. So, yeah, we need to protect ourselves. What do we need less of in the dance industry? What do we need to get rid of? Like, get away. Other than the white girls that are stealing.
We need less of the mediocre shit. We need less mediocre. If it's not for you, don't do it. I don't understand why people start businesses just to copy because they're inspired by something. There's too many twerk businesses that are just mediocre and dry, and I will never post you on my page because I see what they're doing. I've seen so many people try and see, instead of just supporting the one that's doing very well or be a part of that tribe, you now try and recreate that whole thing and do it in some sloppy, mediocre way, and then expect everyone want to champion you. Like when we all
I love Twerk Tabata because I used to teach Tabata. So when I saw the Twerk Tabata, I was like, what? Sweating watching it. And there's this guy that dances in America, and he wears black and white shorts all the time. Is he part of Twerkology?
No, he's. Well, I
Sex.
wouldn't say he's part of
Wobble,
Twerkology.
wobble, wobble.
CJ,
That
yeah,
guy. Wobble,
CJ. What
wobble.
his
I
class
love
is
him.
called? He's dope. His
He's
class is called
sick, man.
Twerkology 101. So like
Okay.
he can use Twerkology. I don't. He's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he is,
It's
man.
good
Oh,
for
he's better than
me.
me, you know. He makes me wanna. Hey, when I see him, I think, teach me. How do
He's
you do
amazing.
that?
Amazing. You know, he's championing for things. But like I said, those Americans need to be careful with those Europeans they're mixing with now
Yeah.
because of what's happened in the past. So
Mm.
I hope that we can get more money and more funding into our things.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna
that
say, is it hard to get funding?
yeah, it is difficult, and I think that that's what probably propels this whole competitive spirit amongst each other, where there's only one pot for one person or one thing for one thing. So it's very difficult to get that everybody can be, you know, be able to fly. I would love to fly them over and have an event, but it costs
That would be
money.
amazing.
I'd love
That would
to.
be. I want to see a Twerkologynation event, man, with a big stage, a bunch of dancers, different groups, and I will be there in the crowd, like.
Oh no, I'd love to. I'm working towards something to like that. Like I said, last couple of years have mentally drained me with
Yeah.
Twerkology. I focused on
If
my
I
music.
can help with anything, let me know. If you can think of, maybe she can help with this and that, just let me know. I'm willing to support, okay? Because
Yeah,
that event needs
I
to
feel
happen.
that I literally stopped teaching my classes and everything. So only now I'm starting to pick up bits and pieces again. Yeah, it was very much.
Yeah.
Imagine every day I was getting people message me on
Fabulous.
all three accounts I have. So
Wow. That's cyberbullying. And no
well
one
then
spoke about that happening to you. No one said nothing. So we wouldn't have known that you got bullied if you didn't talk about it.
yeah, because it was getting too much. I only started talking about it maybe like 6 months into it. Because I was like, oh, it's just people on Instagram, like it's a bit weird to me. But anyone, I wouldn't go out my way to go and inbox someone I don't know about something. It's just a bit strange.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I
they're
would.
different. You know what I mean?
I'm weird. I'll
No,
message
but
anybody.
oh, you are just a hater, and like what?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
no,
you.
not like that. Yeah, true.
So it got like
But
that.
why?
And then
Yeah,
my
yeah.
comment
Not
section.
negatively. Like, why would you want to message someone? Someone said to me, I spoke to a woman who talks about sex and psychology in sex, and she trains. So and she lost weight. She looks amazing. But she talks about sex. So I'm just talking to her about sex and fitness, exercise, whatever. Some guys messaged me after, and that was my first experience of cyberbullying ever. The guy was like, "What's your show about?" I just didn't reply. I just deleted it because I'm not getting back to you.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not getting back to no
madness.
one.
Yeah, but then it's like they do that. Oh, it's just if
But
I
it does
could
play with your head.
the stuff that they do is like it's obviously them because out of nowhere there'll be a break, there'll be no one messaging me, and all of a sudden someone from some weird account messages you about say IE Teen Say or whoever the fuck it is. They're the best. You're just a hate, and it's out of nowhere, and you're like, who is this?
Yeah, it's
And then
her people.
all of a sudden they're like, oh, would you be interested in doing a anti-racism event with me? No.
No,
What are you
I
trying
want to
to?
do nothing with you.
So why would you have someone all of a sudden message me and then you trying to contact me to do an event at the same time? Is that a coincidence? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they're so manipulating. It's annoying, isn't it? I would have just deleted them and but the thing is, you're always going to be Twerkology, so they're always going to try and reach out. You know what I mean? Just
yeah,
never get rid of that name.
you've got to be debunked, and they're trying to manipulate these American dancers and all other people. They don't know. Like, they've just got experience in their stuff. It's no like for me, it's tiring to even unpack the madness they do. Like it's a lot of energy for that.
But you have to keep going because when this becomes like more visible and noticed to people in the twerk industry, everyone's going to start being cautious. It's going to bring it togetherness, and don't stop fighting for that because that's what we need. You know, we need the togetherness, and we need everyone to be like, we need to be how they are. You see how they just got each other's back. Like that's what I love about them. We need to be like that as well.
Yeah, we have
Because
to.
we do, but they don't make out like we do.
I feel like some people are a bit coony, so that's why they won't. Like, I don't know how else to say it. You know what I mean? They're a bit coony in a way. Like I don't want to burn bridges with certain white people, so I'm not going to say what I got to say, but I know I got your back in the DM. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like people don't reach out to me and say that they can see what's happening, just that they don't want to compromise their situation. So that's another.
And that's how slavery came about.
Mm.
You know, with people like that. Like, take them ones, but these ones, can we just keep these ones here? Like, that's disgusting, man. So you deleted loads of amazing stuff off your page just to revamp, start again.
It's still there, but it's just like you have to look for it. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
Some
You're gonna be
just taken off the archive. They're just in the archives because at the end of the day, I'm not going to empower racism, and support it with people that are doing coonery. Because at the end of the day, like, it's not our job to educate no white person about our culture. It's not our job to do that. It's not our job to educate a white person about racism. It's not our job to do anything. It's a privilege. So if you take that for granted that someone wants to share those things and then you try and take advantage to capitalize off of it and all of that stuff, it doesn't elevate anyone's business. So it doesn't elevate anyone but them or whatever it is. If you're really about elevating and supporting black businesses, you will start buying from us, number one. Number two, you will probably relook at what you've done and maybe think, maybe I should stop. And maybe I should, if I haven't got the right foundations together, you know, it's a sacrifice, but at the end of the day, you're harming more people by pursuing something that's built on racist foundations. Why not? Why would you continue that and then bring black people into that equation if you're for anti-racism? If you're for anti-racism and you're a white person, you have white privilege, you can start your business again and be successful. You're not in the same predicament you're not got the same race as a black person. And that's the thing that irritates me, is that they look at us like we're the same. We are not the same.
No way.
For me to even get a corporate job right now, it's taking me like 2 years to do that because I've had Twerkologynation. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not as simple as we can step away from our culture and step away from being black. We don't. It's an everyday thing for us.
Yeah, they can go to work and be a white girl, and then in dance class come out and be your black side, you know? That you can be two different people. We're always this.
Exactly.
We're always going to be like this.
And another thing that they do, like I'm going to talk in my lecture, is about colorism, how they use light-skinned people to do their dirty work. You know what I mean? They will use light-skinned thing, and if the darker you are, the more hostile you are, the more you're not listened to, the more threatened. It's a real thing within the dance community. I don't know too much about fitness because I stepped a little bit into fitness.
No, definitely. It's the same. It's the same. And
I was like,
I've got so much abuse in gyms, I stopped working in gyms. Like, I would never work in a gym again. And my last abuse was from a black man. He was from a black man. And he tried to make me seem like I was jealous of the light-skinned girl. And I love women. Do you know what I mean? Like, anyone who knows me, I'm all for women. I don't care. I love men as well. But I would never try and make a woman feel less than herself or make her feel like I'm a competition. Like, I'm my own competition. Do you see what I'm saying? But in the gym, he was so like narcissistic. I just left. I would never work for a gym again because it's got the same thing. The same thing. Like, it's crazy. People just taking over your stuff. And like, when I tried to be a manager, I've been in gyms for over 10 years. Why have I not become manager more than twice?
Was this in the same gym?
Listen, it gave me a management position and then took it away from me for the light-skinned girl to have it, and told me that, what was the excuse? Basically, he has to assign me jobs to do in the gym. I'm making up my own jobs, innit, and do what I have to do because I've got experience. But he was giving me things to do and giving her the management stuff to do. So then when I came in, there was nothing for me to do.
So no, you understand.
It looked like I weren't doing anything. It looked like I weren't doing it because you didn't even know work. And you weren't letting me have my own email. I kept asking, can I get my own email address, please? When I'm going to get my own email, can I start talking to the members, blah, blah, blah. Just holding me back. And all the black men in the gyms have just held me back. And it hurts me because a lot of the white men have helped me. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like backwards, but
that's what they do. That's what they do.
They never let me be higher than a assistant manager. You can't do it because you're too dark skinned, because you're too powerful as a woman. You know, you're going to take over this whole gym. Fusion gym. I had a meeting with the chairmen, the regional managers and stuff, they asked me to leave, like very politely, because people wear my clothing in the gym, and the gym was mine, innit? So they just...
It looks like you need your own gym for now.
They asked me to leave. Of course, yeah, I do.
Yeah,
you know,
so wait,
any help out there?
Are you guys connected to C Dot and the FitNatixs, the music, the producers? Are you guys all together?
No, because he's not FitNatixs. It's
Oh,
FitNatixs.
it's FitNatixs. So yeah, it's FitNatixs. But I put it together.
He's FitNatixs. I'm FitNatixs.
Oh yeah, FitNatixs, FitNatixs. I don't know. I don't know why. But
when I first heard it, when I first heard a song and it said FitNatixs, I was like, who? What? Huh? And then when I looked at it, I was like, oh, FitNatixs. I was like, okay, cool. I don't have to sue nobody in it. But I was really upset.
Okay, I thought it was your same. I thought it was a whole movement. I thought it was your thing.
I wish it was.
Yeah.
I wish it was. I should go talk to him, innit? Like, guys, we're similar. Should we just collab, you know?
Yeah. Like,
make a track or something.
Dancers for their dance or stuff anyway. It would make sense.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Say that again. You're breaking up.
No, I said it's a movement.
Huh?
It's a movement.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm going to actually reach out to them, you know. I'm brave like that because I used to always be scared to reach out to people. So now I'm just like, I don't care. Because the worst you can say is no or go away. And I'll be like, okay.
They're pretty friendly.
I believe they would be.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I'll reach out to anyone, you know.
And I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry that happened to you, but that means that you're supposed to have your own gym, your own thing. That's what that means. You're not supposed to work under anyone.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to work with anyone, and I get it. I can work with people probably under my company, but when it comes to working with people in gyms, my power, my aura, I ooze attitude. I've been told this so much times, and with me, it's positive. But people might look at me and think, when I'm like this training.
No, but that I've seen
your
videos
you know?
Stuff. It's an energy.
Judge. Yeah, like, and I would never lose it. I love it. It's me. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'll just move on. Let's move on until I get to a point where, you know what, I found my niche, you know? And that's why I want to talk to everyone about our industries.
We need more black spaces. That's another thing. We need more black spaces. Another thing why I have stopped my classes that I don't want to work under no white person. It doesn't make no sense me being this massive advocate for black people, but then I rent a space from a white person to facilitate it. We need our own spaces. We need our own things that.
Would you be willing to dance on like dojo mats? Is that safe? You know, soft dojo mat, like a fight gym. Would you dance in a fight gym?
Yeah.
It's protected, yeah? Because I've got a friend who's got a fight gym, and it's a big space, but it's like dojo. So you can go on your knees. The girls can go on their knees and not have to be sore. You know, they don't even need knees.
Yeah, that we don't.
You know? So I'll talk to him. It's in Victoria. I mean, Vauxhall.
Okay.
It's in Vauxhall, which is nice. I'll let you know after this, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. No,
I can see you not down in there. It'd be good. I will come down. I can see the girls like Papa using that space, and it's different because they got padded floor, so you can go crazy.
No, I would love a space like that because you know what? Another reason I stopped as well is I don't want to exploit women in any type of venue where men are around. That's not my vibe. Is not that. It's not the stripper thing. I have no offense to that, but I'm just saying it's supposed to be a safe space for people to dance. It's not people to exploit that.
True. It's true. So, do you think dancers should use the gym? Do you think they should train in that, other than their dancing?
I think dancers should be fit. I think that you should have wellness. I'm not really an advocate for per se the gym.
Yes.
Because the gym is not for me. But
health and fitness, though.
Huh?
Health and fitness. You saying they should have?
I'm on it. You should definitely be running, or you should definitely be doing activities to strengthen yourself, like your core. Especially, I drill that into my students. Your core is gonna save your back. It's gonna save your knees. It's gonna save everything. There's no way.
How much students do you have now?
Well, I had loads.
You're gonna have loads again. You're gonna have more than before.
I had loads. My classes were always sold out every week, so people were on a waiting list. Do you know what I mean? But in general, people always message me all the time to start back the classes. But
and you are this year? Yeah, this year you're gonna be in Vauxhall, you know, doing the classes, and it's good because I can come down.
I would love
Yeah,
to.
you got to start teaching again, man. That would
I'd
be
love to.
amazing.
I had that, and then when I started up my own class, I'd say I'd had a solid 15 that was mine, my. But I only did it for a short time, like my own. When I started bass, but I just had problems with that studio, so I was just like, it's not the right studio for my thing. So, but when I had London Dance Academy, solid every week, every week. It was, so yeah, I'd say that. I don't think that they need to be in the gym, but if the gym is your way, then yes. But fitness is very important. Yeah, wellness, like Marissa said, wellness is a priority. You need to eat right. It is not just your body; it's your mind too. It's your spirit, your well-being, your whole perception of yourself. Oneself will reflect how you move your gym. If you were in a gym, how you dance. I'm really an advocate of the mental space of a dancer, or you know what I mean? Because when I first started out, I had no confidence. I used to dance looking at the floor, like I just didn't have no confidence. But my body was doing it. But I would, you know what I mean? It's all in here. So and that's
so what advice before we go? Sorry, because I gotta go now. But I could talk to you. I could talk to you all day. Like, if I didn't check the time just now, I would have been here like going over time. But give me some advice for like up and coming new black dancers. What do they need to know?
Study your market. Study your market. Go and find out the competition. Speak to them. Find out what works, what doesn't work. Establish your brand. Establish what your message is. Establish that. Do a plan. Don't do what I did. Just do it. Do a plan. Make sure you plan. Make sure you get some real professional advice, legal advice. Protect yourself. Make sure you register your business properly. Trademark it. Do your taxes. All of that stuff. And make sure you got a strong support network. That's very important, I believe. A good mentor, someone that you can always relay and refer back to, and people that you can reach out to that will guide you in the right way. Those things are found. When you have a foundation down, it's just about grinding and consistency. Twerkology wouldn't be here without the consistency. Like if I stopped it when I stopped it, it wouldn't be anywhere.
Oh wow! That's it. You're so inspiring. Like I'm getting goosebumps. You know, I've been getting goosebumps all through this interview, but not saying anything. Like, can you see me moving when I'm doing this? I've been doing this, and could you be giving me goosebumps, man? So like, I'm just really, I'm happy to have spoken to you, and I'm so grateful that I was brave enough to jump in your DM and be like, yeah, girl, you know. And straight away, you was like, I'll support you. I was like, thank you, you know. So it's nice to meet you.
I love you.
Thank you. I'm gonna jump in your DMs again and let you know about this gym stuff. See if you can find some spaces, some good spaces, and then you know, just keep in touch, man. Say, Marissa, I'll see you later. Hope to see you later.
Nice to see you. Okay.
You too.
Bye.